Hey traders, friends, family from around the world. This is Jerremy Alexander Newsome, CEO and co-owner of Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely sensational, and I do in fact hope you had a good and restful Easter weekend. I got a lot of things done, spent a lot of time with some family and friends. Had a good dinner last night, and that was right after the infamous first annual Guess That Ticker game, which we had. Prasad actually won that edition. So Prasad got comped a free access to the afternoon and morning floor for the entire month of April 2015 for showing up and for winning the Guess That Ticker edition, first annual edition, I guess you would say. So that was pretty awesome. Let's look at Tesla for a moment. This is a big popular stock at the moment. Tesla had a pretty nice gap today, and I do in fact think it goes a little bit higher. So here are the two pieces of analysis that we have. Yulette, who's a real life trader, she's in the trading floor. She's been in June calls since I think back in here, and I believe has been potentially doing some debit spreads, just lowering the cost of her overall long call by selling out of the money calls. Her 2:30 call expiring this Friday, I'm imagining should expire worthless. But my thought on Tesla is if we close above about 202.81 today, we likely will go a little bit higher. Here's the hourly chart. In the hourly chart, we have some white candles, definitely some people being trapped, right? It's a huge, huge bullish candle. Probably some retracement today and tomorrow, kind of coming into the 202 level, and likely a continuation higher. So my overall thoughts, Tesla does continue up just a little bit. Maybe not sensationally higher, but likely and probably at least about 218 after a small retest and a continuation. And then from there, not entirely sure what it does, but be interesting to see what plays out. Not too long ago, we did the analysis for a 175, 170 bull put spread, April expiration. Now, obviously, had no idea that Tesla was going to gap up today, but it definitely does help our bullish cause. So for Tesla, for that particular spread, Lewis went short the day of the blue arrow right here, and I'm 99% positive he exited that short at the gap up this morning, and probably knowing Lewis, flipped his position. So Lewis, feel free to update me in about 34 minutes of what's going on. On Apple, Apple's a really nice, cute candle today. So there's a lot of things going on with Apple. A lot of traders are in either and likely an iron condor expiring this week. So here is the exponential moving averages on Apple. We have trade down to the 50 and bounced, trade down to the 50 and bounced, and right now we're kind of bouncing again today. And there's some people are going to be calling this a double bottom. Is that the case? I actually think so, yeah. I think Apple could and probably will trade up to about the 129 level, probably retest a little bit, and then maybe bounce up until earnings. And like I mentioned, if Apple really gaps nicely above 130 from earnings, I think that it hits the 150 by the end of 2015. So it'll be really interesting to see. But our bull put spreads are 119, 118, or 118, 117. Those spreads should be just fine. The other bear call spread, the 133, 134, if you're in that one also should be just absolutely sensational. The only one we're going to even be close on is the 130, 131. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. We're about 2.75 points away from that being an issue, and that expires this Friday, stands in that particular one. So we'll be keeping a close eye on it because this is the resistance that we really need to close above, and I do think that this could be a little bit of a double bottom. I think we do kind of retest a little bit and continue. My overall question is, does it happen this week or not? Volume's a little bit low, but if you're in Apple, either bullish to non-directional, I think that's the best place to be in. Let's go look at GoPro. GoPro had a nice little retracement just on Thursday. So we had a bullish entry at 41.57, breaking out of what I'm going to start deeming the Linderman wedge, that red pattern that we drew in here. Justin Linderman was the one who spotted that out. Broke out, kind of retest a little bit, and now we're making some higher highs and some higher lows. So I think GoPro slowly but surely will make its way to 49.22 more than likely. If you have a trigger for a protective put, I think moving it below the 4-1 candle, so having a trigger at about 39.99 for protective put is pretty decent at this point, mitigating your risk even more, and hopefully GoPro just kind of continues up and does its thing. Alibaba, not really doing too much at all down here, just chilling, being calm, being patient. Likely will continue to trade sideways in the accumulation phase, and really not much is going to be happening overall probably. DIA, really, really nice size candle, not shocking. Again, my overall thoughts is we probably do something like this, do something like this, have one more iteration, and then likely continue higher on the DIA. So very, very nice candle. SPY, nice size candle again today. QQQs, nice size candle. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm more bullish to neutral overall. I'll be looking for some bullish either spreads or call options or stock or whatever you may be in. But you know, I definitely had some bearish sentiment going into a few things. I just didn't really take out any of the pivots that I wanted to, right? We just never, you know, on the DIA, never closed below this pivot. As close as we got, we just simply did not close. And, you know, we talked about this particular gap, very, very strong chance of it getting filled. It did get filled, just like the January gap that I kind of, you know, related it to. No, I'm sorry. This is the gap right here, the January 3rd. This is the gap that I related to that got filled. So boom, boom. I think this is kind of where we're in. Probably get another small retracement. Don't know exactly what it'll look like. Maybe back down to here, maybe even all the way to here, and then likely we'll continue a little bit higher. So that's just my overall thoughts on the market, ladies and gentlemen. Keeping a close eye on seeing what's exciting. Twitter is going to be pretty as well. Twitter, we had all kinds of stuff going on. Bullish position, bull put spread that Dan Walsh and a few others are in, the 44-43, and that's looking like we may continue a little bit higher as well. Once we break out of this pennant, I would assume 55.76 would be the next target. And if you did get triggered in back here in the $47-ish range, $48 range, we did officially move the trigger for the protective put to 48.32. So if you're in the Twitter bullish entry that we talked about getting in back here late March 23rd, 24th time frame, then I moved up that trigger for the protective put at 48.32. Nice little pennant. Let's see if we break out, and then 55.76 is the next target. Interesting market, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super excited. I'll be broadcasting live from Chicago likely on Friday for your real life stock review, and if I do another real life product review, that might be either Sunday or maybe sometime next weekend. But I'm going up to Chicago this week for a really, really cool interview that I'm super stoked about. So anyway, I'm more on that later. All right, boys and girls, have a great day. I'll see you later, and until next time, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.